Awesome day to you, awesome people, and welcome to another week of What's Your Story, where we share, empower, heal, and inspire. My name is Shenrika. I'm your host for What's Your Story. We come to you every Wednesday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for your midweek awesomeness. I hope you're having an awesome week so far, and I hope it gets even more awesome for you guys. Happy 2022. I know I've said that several times on several shows, but I mean, it's just remarkable. We're already in 2022 and we're already, pretty much through halfway. Well, I'm not going to say halfway, but we're into the first quarter, going into the second month of the first quarter, actually. So I hope you have some great plans for yourself for this year. And I hope, things have started getting in line for you. If they're not in line yet, I hope they will be soon. But I do thank you all for joining us for your midweek awesomeness. One of our sponsors is Kids Love Money. It's a financial literacy workbook series that I wrote. I am the author that teaches children financial literacy one concept at a time. So you can check that out at kidslovemoney.shop. And another sponsor is Say Something, which is my online apparel store where you can find the brand Gugoji, and that is available at saysomething.company.site. But again, I thank you all for joining us. You can be anywhere, looking at anything, doing anything, but you've given us your time. I do not take that lightly. I appreciate you. I value you. Whether you're on Facebook or you're on YouTube, hit the like, share, comment, subscribe, the bell icon, all of that wonderful stuff. Show some love to the Facebook page. Show some love to my guests who I have on here because they're doing awesome things, and I feel like the world should know. So thank you again. But before we get started, we're going to go to a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back with you. All right, awesome people. Welcome back. And again, thank you all for joining us. My name, Shenrika. I'm your host for What's Your Story. We are on Facebook as well as YouTube, but I do have another awesome guest. Of course, always awesomeness on this show. Before I bring him on, we are a part of the same group. Facebook group, but I did have the pleasure of meeting him, rather briefly, but we have kept in touch very soon. And I am I guess you would say anxious to see the wonderful things that, he will do in the future. And I've, commend him on the wonderful things that he's been doing, but I'm not going to take his glory. I'm going to let him have the floor and speak for himself. But I want to bring on this awesome brother. Awesome day to you, brother. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you, Sharenka?
I'm good. Thank you. And thank you for, agreeing to share your awesomeness with us all here.
Oh, you're welcome. You're more than welcome. You're more than welcome. How is the weather here there? I mean, here it's about 7 to 8 degrees. Very sunny. I mean, here it's really cool. It's time to hit the beach, if you ask me for here. But
yeah, that is good beach weather. But here is 32 degrees, and yesterday it was snowing, and there's still snow on the ground. Ooh. So, and actually, let me go back and say this because this show will air in February. So we're doing an early recording. So it is snowing right now. So for those who may watch it later, and they be like, it ain't snowing outside, and it might not be because at that time, but right now, today, this is what's happening. But hey, it is what it is. We got to get it there how we can get it in. I got to get it to you how I can get it to you. Like I said, my guests are always busy and from all parts of the world. So we do what we got to do to make it happen. But
True,
anyway,
true.
again, thank you for joining. And just to let you know, what's your story is, well, it was a saying that was back in the day. They say, "What's your story?" Right, and that was
Right.
asked to a person so that way they can, tell the person about themselves. And the point of it all was for that person to tell enough for the person who asked the, question, "What's your story?" For them to say, "Okay, well, tell me more." So that's what the story is kind of based on, giving the people enough to, intrigue them. Like, they're pretty interesting, what they got going on. Okay, I want to know more. And they could reach out to you, connect with you, support you, join whatever you got going on and all of that good stuff. So with that being said, I'm going to turn it over to you, Richie, and let you have the floor to, hey, what's your story?
All right. Thank you, Sharenka. I mean, it's lovely to be here with you. I really, I'm grateful that we met. I think this is one of the main reasons why we met in Facebook and then have the pleasure of meeting him, even if it is just for a brief moment, just as you said. With that, I mean, we hope to achieve great things together, and
Yes.
yeah, I feel there is an important factor that I have to bring. And with that being said, I'd like to introduce myself. My
Mm-hmm.
name is Richard Adeshina.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I am a Nigerian by yeah, from my father's side. But I have a little bit background of the Ghanaian side because my mom is from Ghana, so I speak a little bit of her language and
Oh,
all that, and
wow.
I've been
Okay.
there. Yeah, so there's that. I mean, I did major part of my schooling here in Nigeria. I had the privilege of attending two different universities. One, Olabisi Onabanjo studied philosophy, and then something happened. I couldn't finish up there. I mean, I had to start all over again. So I decided to go to another university called Nigerian Open University. It's an online university where it allows you, to work and learn at the same time. So that's where I bagged my degree in political science. Yeah. So basically, that's about my educational background. So I mean, before I got to this stage, I've always understood that the ethics of works is kind of different in everybody. If you ask them what's your work ethic, people will be like, I don't know. I just resume this or to my job at the proper time. Do what I'm supposed to do, and that's all. But there's pretty much more than that.
Mm-hmm.
So I look at myself like, what would my work ethics be? Either I'm working with somebody or working for myself. I mean, I understand that question helped me to think. Excuse me about that. It helped me to think further and deeper about myself. That
Mm-hmm.
do I plan on working for people for so long? What I know the system is, created in a way to impoverish some certain kind of people to make them dependent and do what the system, the economic system has programmed them to say. So, I mean, I keep thinking to myself, I said, okay, I got to do something for myself. So, I mean, first off, I started a garbage business. Yes, I did. I did run a garbage business, and the business is still kind of there, but it's non-functional.
Mm-hmm.
Non-functional in the sense that I mean, I had a partner, and I was the one bringing most things to the table, and he was just a passive partner. But we in the agreement, whatever it is that we share evenly. I don't care.
Right.
Well,
Mm-hmm.
either you come to work or you don't come to work. We share evenly. But at some point, I saw that you is just taking advantage of the whole thing. I mean, I bought a truck by myself, put it in the business, and then we were still making the money. It's not that he doesn't have the financial capability to to put in another truck to make it two. But I
Right.
just saw that he was holding back and just making. So I thought, I mean, I think this partnership thing might not work for now, so I'm gonna set it aside. So from there, I decided to work with a telematics company where they track vehicles. So I was in the call center for about 6 months, and then
Mm-hmm.
my MD said, no, this place is not good for you. So I was promoted into three different departments at the
Wow.
same time. I
Wow.
handled account, I handled admin, and I also handled the HR recruitment. And it was hectic. It was hectic.
I
I
can
mean,
imagine.
yeah, so there I've been in the face of people serving them, doing things to help them. But I mean, like I said, the system is created in a way to for you to remain a certain kind of way, and then
Yeah.
continue to live like that. But I'm not trying to live the most part of my life, working for somebody, and at the end they get all the benefits and I get peanut, right?
Right. If that.
Yeah. So sometimes it becomes so difficult for my boss after working for 2 3 months and still not get paid. I
Oh,
mean, yeah,
yeah.
it was so bad. It was so bad that sometimes I have to borrow just to go to work.
Mm.
So I mean, people keep asking me, why would you have to borrow money to go to a work that is supposed to pay you money? I mean, I'm like, well, I don't have to, stay at home and do nothing. So for the
Hmm.
most part, I have to work and do something. So from there, the trauma was so bad, and I couldn't pay my bills. I couldn't do anything. So I said, why keep up with this? Why I can, I mean, if I'm not gainfully employed, I know that I'm not employed, and
Hmm.
I'm still, that's why I don't have income. But how would
Right.
I be working and still, still have the same problem? So I mean, I left the job, and I've been thinking about, what to do with myself. So during that time, while I was thinking about it to myself, a friend called me and he said, "Look, I know you're not into the teaching profession. However, somebody needs your service." I just laughed it up like, "Look, Stanley, obviously, no, I do not know anything about education. So why
Hmm.
would you feel that I qualify for that?" I said, "I don't know." He said, for the most part, when we have a conversation, that I have a way of impacting knowledge into him, consciously or subconsciously. I didn't know that. I was just doing my own thing, communicating, because I
Right.
understand that communication is two ways. So
Exactly.
what I say, what I put out, you must be able to understand it before you can give me your feedback. That's
Hmm.
when communication actually takes place. So he said, "I know, but you can just do it. You might not take the job. Just go for the interview, and just see it out. Just sit
See.
it out and see.
Hmm.
Let's see." I said, "Okay." So I called up the woman, who owns the school, and then she asked me to come over. So I did, and apparently when I got there, I mean, we were supposed to write an essay. I did mine, and there were a couple of other people there. So I mean, they took the sheets to her, and then she saw my and she requested that I should come to the office. So when I went there, right in my presence, she called the receptionist to tell the others to go, that she found her candidate. I'm like,
Wow.
"Excuse me, we've not even talked about anything. We didn't say
Right.
anything.
How do you know that I even want this?
How
You.
would you know I'm your right candidate?" So she said, first of all, the aura I bring, is kind of positive. I mean,
Mhm.
and is the kind of person that she would love to handle his kids. So I'm like, well, for the most part, I just had to tell you, I do not have any degree or background in, education.
Mhm.
So I wouldn't know. But she kind of understand, like, yes, I do understand. And Stanley briefed me about that. But from this conversation, it doesn't look like you do not know anything about education. I
Wow.
said, interesting. So, I mean, skip forward. She wanted me to handle all the part that has to do with English language. And there are
Oh.
four angles of English language. That will be the grammar, the reading, comprehension, and creative writing. So I
Yes.
guess she got the hint from my creative writing that put me out there. And then she said she would love those 4 5 year old kids to write the way I do. I mean, that actually spurred me on, and thought about, okay, I'm gonna take the job. So let's see, it doesn't hurt nobody. So I mean, I did, and for the most part, I did love every bit of it.
Wow.
because I had to handle 5 boys in a class all by myself. And if you see us engaging, interacting socially, academically, I mean, these kids will actually put you up on your feet because you must be up and doing. If
Yes.
you're not up, I mean, they have a way of, giving some wry remarks. And then if you're not smart, these kids will just blow you out of the water. So I mean, it
Yeah.
was it was really cool. It was really cool. So I did all that. So after that, for a while, for reason best known to her, we had an agreement, and she did not keep to that agreement. So I'm not that kind of person. If we have an agreement, I make sure I honor that agreement
Oh yeah.
regardless. It might take time, but I will do my best to honor and put you out there and help you understand that this is the reason why I can't keep to this agreement at this time. However, I still owe it to you. I mean, so it
Yeah.
becomes difficult to work with somebody like that, especially when you see my impact in your organization. And then the school had more teachers and parents kept coming because for the most part they want me to actually teach their children. So I mean, you can imagine if a child is in grade 1 and then they're already eager to come to grade 5 and grade 6 where they
Mm-hmm.
can have me teach them. So
Right.
yeah, so I mean, the business was good for her, but hey, come on now, I'm doing a good job. You need to, up.
Right, compensate, right. And that, and
Right.
not to stop you, but that seems to be an issue there, with, like you said, working and not getting paid, and that's so crazy because, the people that's holding the money, they got, if they thought about it from the perspective of the people who's working under them, what if I didn't get paid, and that's really sad, but it's crazy that a teacher, because I always said if I could go, well, I could go back to school, but if I was to go back to school, that I would be a teacher. I would be a teacher. So, and
Yeah,
I've actually considered opening a school over there. Um, I don't know if I'm gonna actually do it or not, but I have considered it because I do know there's a lot of private schools, and then there are a lot of government schools, and the government schools aren't that great or whatever. But then if you
right,
don't have
right,
money, you can't get into private school. But
right.
I don't know. I'm just kind of been thinking about ways that it could be maybe private but still be affordable for people, but make sure that people get good education because that's important, especially for the young people, because the young people are going to be the old people one day and they're going to be running this. But
That's
before I
true.
go on, I don't want to talk about that no more. Let me talk about, how did you get into political science? Are you going to become running for governor or the president soon?
No, 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 I'm not. I decided to study politics because I wanted to understand what the whole system was all about, and
Mm,
I did that. I didn't study just to practice it or
mhm.
to engage. I just needed to know
For
what
the
the point
knowledge.
is. Yeah, for the knowledge, and I got it, and here I am. So
Mhm,
fast forward, leaving that time. I started, doing research,
mhm,
consulting for people. Anytime anybody wants to develop a web application or any kind of application,
mhm.
I have a team set up, and I'll just put them together, and then we'll work on it, and I get my own commission. So that's how I've been living for a while. It's not great, but it is something. It is
Yes, sir.
something for me, something I worked out for. So I'm proud of that. So
Yeah.
I make do with that. So in this time of the moment that I love doing research, and I started, doing research on cryptocurrency far back as 2019, late 2019 to be precise. Think
Mhm,
about August. Yeah, that's when I started picking issue. Of course, I'll be hearing Bitcoin, Bitcoin, Bitcoin.
mhm.
Yeah, but but I understand that there's a coin, and anything that has to do with coin, it means money.
Right.
So yeah, so I didn't really know what it was all about, but I started picking interest, and I started making research. So along the line, I invested a few about the late 2019, and I got, I think, tangible returns in 2020
Mhm.
before the bull started slowing down. So
Right.
I watched it all during that time, and
Yeah.
I mean, at some point in time, I've had the negative side, I have the positive side, but I'm willing to learn more about this. And this brings me to the reason why I decided to go Bitcoin Campus Africa.
Yeah.
Now, I choose to go this way because I understand that people need to make money and live a decent life right
Yeah.
here in Africa.
Yes.
Yeah. People, we have a family of 2 or 3 that live on that $2 a day.
Yeah.
It is that pathetic. It is true.
It
It
is
is
true.
true.
Yeah.
We have families that live under $2 a day. So how do these people, change their situation for good? And I thought that if you decide to raise fund and share to these people, they might end up using it to feed themselves. So why not look for something that will help them in the long term?
Yes.
I thought about education. Now remember, I have a little bit background in education, and that is why I'm following it to teach people about what cryptocurrency is and how to make profit of it now that it is it is still in its early stage. We have not seen the best of cryptocurrency. It
Oh
is yet
no.
to come.
It's early.
Now
Yeah.
we are
It's still early.
exploding from one point. Well, about 2, 3 years ago, it was about you holding a coin
Mm-hmm.
and waiting for it to go up. But right now, it's not about you just holding the coin. It's
Right.
about you doing what you have with the coin to put it to something that can give you a return on it,
Yes.
rather than just wait for it to sit there for it to appreciate. So
Yeah.
we talked about, we have gaming platform, we have staking, we have DeFi, we have all these other good stuff, even trading that you
Mm-hmm.
can do. You learn when you learn this thing, it helps you to make an extra income. Of course, there's no gainsaying that. Yeah, while you're learning, you're gonna lose. So I need people to understand that it is
Right.
not all about profit.
Right.
If you profit all the time, you have not learned nothing.
No.
You have not learned
No.
anything. So you just have to, go through the ups and downs. I am
Mm-hmm.
also going through the ups and downs. I'm still losing money.
Me too.
I mean, but then along the line, I'm still learning. So what did I do to lose money? Did I do something differently? Oh, I'll look at it. I'm like, oh, I could have done it differently to get a positive result. So that way I've learned. So I
Yes.
understand that the best I could do for people is to help them learn this technology so
Oh.
that they can position for themselves for the greater good.
Oh.
And I think on my part, it is really slow, and it's kind of sad that you're trying to help people get this, but the way the system is set up, everybody wants quick money.
Fast,
They
fast, fast.
want
I put my
they
money
want
in,
it
it should come
fast,
right back out. That
right?
mentality.
The mentality. So my challenge is how to scale that mentality, help them to unlearn that mentality, to relearn. So that's the process. So my job is to keep sensitizing people at all times. Either you have registered to join Bitcoin Campus Africa or not, I will still put you in a position to learn
Yes.
so you can earn. So
Yes.
I mean, I still go ahead to to share some free mining cryptocurrency where they know that, oh, you can still get rewarded for just doing something simple, just like clicking a few
Clicking a
buttons.
button, right? And you
Just
do, you
clicking.
do drop different things, and they're like, hey, free, get this, get free money to build up your, portfolio, and then you can do something else with it, But people, like you said, it's just that that quick money mentality that, even here, it's the same thing. People want it fast. And I think, it's more so people who um, haven't had it economically, so when they want it to happen, they're like, oh, I've been waiting all my life. I've been struggling all my life. I don't want to wait a month or
Right.
2 months to maybe, for this
Right.
money to come in. I want it right now. And that's really what hinders us, because the Bible says don't be quick to get rich.
Right.
Things
Right.
take
Right.
time. It's a process in everything we do, but you know, it's just trying to get past that mentality for
Right.
people. And this
Right.
and the thing is there are free ways to earn money that you always drop in the group. And even if you don't have a free opportunity, I mean, it's not like investing used to be. Here you used to have to invest, like thousands, tens of thousands of dollars to even get that opportunity. Now it only takes, a little bit of money to put in
Right.
a little bit
Right.
over time. Eventually,
And then you keep
stacks up.
compounding as it goes. You keep compounding so that you can get what you desired for. People don't
Exactly.
really understand this.
But okay, so you're in Bitcoin Campus Africa. He does head that chapter of Bitcoin Campus. And the group is scrolling along the bottom. So if you're interested, feel free to join the group, and that way you can see request to join the Facebook group, and you can see what it's about. And if you're interested in it, then you can join the actual Bitcoin Campus itself to learn, what we've been learning, because I'm in it too. What we've been learning, and get all the access that we have to different coin drop strategy calls and all of that great stuff. But want to back up a minute, because you're not only doing this, you're also doing richified foods. So how
Right.
did that come? Now you don't went from politics to teaching to building apps to cryptocurrency to fish. I mean, like to restaurant. Like
Sometimes,
you said you got a wide spectrum of talents here.
exactly, exactly. And I didn't mean for it to happen that way. I
Mhm.
mean, as a child, while I was growing up, I had a dream. I,
Wow.
I I wanted to become an aeronautic engineer,
Wow.
but sadly, I'm not good at chemistry.
Uh,
That is my weakness there, and I'm not really good with uh, you know arithmetic. So I mean, I had to advise myself like, it's not your feet. Why go there and waste your time? So
mhm.
no, I had to divert. But for me being here and there, it's all struggle along the way. Struggling because I got siblings and I got parents. I'm not married yet, but I gotta provide for all these people. So
Yeah.
it is my job to get something going at every given point in time so that I can always take care of them. So that is why that. But I feel that there's a connection in all these things I'm doing because I've been learning. Whatever I learn in the telematics, I bring into teaching. From
Mhm.
teaching, I bring it to cryptocurrency. That's how it moves. Now, and also I can relate it with my fish business.
Yes.
Why I got into the fish business? Uh, it was during the year 2020 where we have the pandemic, we had the lockdown.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean everybody was at home doing
Yeah.
nothing, no income, nothing. So I got together with my neighbor. He was talking about starting a fish pond and something. I said, okay. I have a little bit of knowledge about it because I did study in school.
Mhm.
So I don't just study what I want to know, what other persons are studying. So I'll go there and learn what they do. So I have a
Mhm.
little bit of knowledge about that. So I said, okay, let's work with it. I'll work with you on this. And then we started. He built his tank. We did what we did. And we started to learn with 500 fishes.
Mhm.
And fishes will be catfish. So we learned to train them for about two months and 3 weeks, and
Mhm.
then we were able to raise them to about more than The biggest of those fishes was about 900 grams.
Yeah, them some
Yeah,
big
so
fish over there.
yeah, it's a big fish. So if we could raise, like I said, okay, so if we can raise 500 fishes for 2 and 3 weeks, 2 months and 3 weeks, and then we can get this size of fish. How about going it into a big scale? Well, to tell you, it wasn't easy at some
Yeah.
time. I couldn't get the money to buy the fish for the fishes.
Mm-hmm.
And so cannibalism takes place. They begin to eat each other.
Right.
Yeah. So that happened, and I saw it, and I'm like, whoa, this is money down the drain. But I didn't give up. I just said, instead of going into the farming, raising these fishes, that I can't, I might not have the financial, set aside to continue to breed them till I can, make sales and make money.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't I do something else with this fish business? So I thought to myself, why not process this fish?
Hmm.
Why not process? So the ones I did by myself, I did about 2,000 pieces, and I still got about 1,000 out of them because some died and all that. So I still
Yeah.
got 1,000. So if I decide to sell it, live, that I will make money.
Mm-hmm.
So the best way for me is to process them
Yeah.
and sell it out. So I did just that, and I mean, I was really able to raise a little bit of money. So I mean, I decided to get myself an oven, a kiln. We call it a kiln,
Yeah.
where
Yeah.
you dehydrate the liquid in the fish
Yes.
till all the moist
Mm-hmm.
gets out.
Yeah.
So it's going to stay longer. It's going to stay fresh,
Mm-hmm.
and it's going, you can eat it at any given point in time, because the
Stockfish.
way I
Isn't that
prepared
what
it,
they call
yeah,
it now?
catfish, yeah. So
Well,
what
the
I do
catfish when
is,
they dried out, is it not called stockfish at that point or no? Or that's a different type?
is a different type of fish.
Okay. Okay. So.
Yeah, it's a different type of fish. So
Okay.
here, so once you dry them, what I do is I make mine special. I
Mm-hmm.
add a little bit seasoning to it. So once it is dry, you can take it, you can break it up and begin to eat. You're gonna feel spicy. You're gonna feel the seasoning in it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can just munch it along the way. It's just like a snack. You can
A
take it as a
snack.
snack,
Yeah.
and you can, yeah, and it's ready. If you're cooking, you can just drop it in the food. It's ready to go. All
Mm-hmm.
well cleaned.
Yeah.
All well cleaned. So I do all this. I don't know. This cryptocurrency actually shifted my attention for a minute,
Yeah.
and I have not produced. I have not produced that. So I'm looking at producing between now or next week. I'm gonna send you pictures of those that I
Okay.
produce. I mean, you checked it out on
Yeah.
my Instagram page. You saw what I do. Sometimes I've been cooking with my own fish and
Yeah.
stuff like that. So I
Yeah.
mean, so I have to get back on track with that. So
Yeah. So
I'll do that.
so let me ask you this, Richie. When you process the fish, are you shipping it out to other people? Like, are you thinking maybe shipping it? Because what if, people over here, like, okay, well, he produces this, he processes this fish, blah, blah, blah. I like to have, because, a lot of things, we do have African markets over here, but they don't always have everything from back home, right?
Right.
So,
Right.
sometimes, people go home, they pack up a bunch of stuff, you bring it back, but it's only going to last for so long. So, I mean, are you maybe considering shipping, things over here for people who want.
Yeah, I mean, I did ship for about 2 or 3 times.
Uh-huh.
I shipped 3 times. The first shipment was to Texas. I did ship to Texas,
Yeah.
and then the second one was Germany. I did
Okay.
ship to Germany, and then the third one I think was UK. Here's my challenge, um, and I've been looking for ways around it.
Mm-hmm.
The shipping companies won't let you ship out that quantity because of the FDA policies,
Mm.
especially when you go into America, Europe, they have different
Policy.
policies.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, if at all you have to ship, you can ship personal use more than 20 kg. But
Oh.
that yeah, so that amount of fish for you to do doesn't actually, what you're going to pay for shipment
It's gonna be
is
more
a
than the
lot,
cost. Yeah.
is more than it costs. So I mean, so what I'll do is, what I'm planning to do is, when I get people who needs this other, maybe, and somebody might be interested as we're talking about it, they
Mhm.
can just reach out to me and then tell me the quantity they want. Then I can produce for them alone.
Yes.
I don't, yeah. So if you want some fish, you contact me. You tell me the sizes you want,
Hmm.
the quantity you want, and I'll produce the exact thing. And then you just have to pay me for my services, because you got to pay the fish. You pay for the fish. You got to pay for the logistics and all that. So
Right.
all you just got to do is pay me
Pay you for the
for my
processing.
services, for me to do all that process. So that, why am I doing this? I could do everything all by myself and still sell it. Okay, here's how much I want to sell it to you. But I
Right.
want people to make the most out of it, especially if they are gonna resell it, because I
Yeah.
understand that they also need to make profit.
Right.
So if I decide to do everything by myself, it's gonna cost
It's
much.
gonna be costing.
But what
Yeah.
I'll do is I give you the price of what the fish is in market, and then you tell me the quantity and the number of fishes you want to be in that quantity, and I'll produce the exact thing for you. And I'll
Okay.
make sure that the shipment gets to you. That's what I'm hoping to do. So lately, I've been trying to see ways to contact people. I mean, everybody says money is tight. Yes, it is true, money is tight.
Mhm.
But hey, you want to make money, you got to invest time and money to make
You have to
money.
invest.
So you got to invest. So that's what that is about for the fish business. That's Richie Foods. So yes, it's still in the early stage. We're still looking ways to improve on it. So that's
Okay.
just about that.
All right. So well, we're about to wrap up, but I mean, guys, y'all see his information scrolling at the bottom. If you're interested in supporting him and whatever business, whether it's the fish business, you want to make an order or inquire about it, or whether it's join the Bitcoin Campus Africa, reach out to him. His Facebook is he has 2 Instagrams pages, and that's the link also for the actual group on Facebook for you to connect with him. Like I said, if you're interested in purchasing something or just supporting him or just following him, to keep abreast of what he has going on, please make sure to go to his social media and follow him, hit him, send him a message and all that good stuff. And ladies, he's single. He said he ain't married, so there you go on that. But any last words for the people, Richie?
Oh yeah, very much. You see, this Bitcoins, this shirt is a statement. I mean,
Oh, absolutely.
why not say got cryptocurrency? But the question is, why Bitcoin?
Hmm.
Because it is the beginning of the evolution of digital asset. So this statement means that, do you have it? So what this means actually is, we are situating. There you go.
Yeah.
You have it. Yeah, thank you for representing us. Yeah,
Absolutely,
yeah.
absolutely.
And you really look beautiful in it.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I was talking about some people about, like, well, so you met Sharenka in person? Yes, I did. Even if just for a few minutes, I did. But she's a very nice woman and all that.
Oh, thank
So
you.
yeah, so what we're doing right now is Bitcoin Campus is developing its own website and an encompassing project there. When we teach you about this cryptocurrency, we are going to help you to manage your finances as it is. So we'll have a platform where, as you're learning it, you're applying it there. So
Hmm.
you can see the results of what you are learning in real time. So
Mm.
as you're seeing this, it means that you are putting yourself in a position to to project yourself to the next business level, because you will be understanding what is happening. For the
Oh,
most part, I mean, it's still in early stage. You know about it. You're
hmm.
part of it. So,
Yes.
I mean, we need support for that.
Yeah.
However, maybe content, maybe financial funds, however it is, whatever you bring to the table is absolutely appreciated. And for the most part, yeah, I mean, while I'm learning, like I told you, I'm still learning. I made my own NFT.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I made my first ever NFT. Although it's still in the early stage, I'm looking to work around things, for it to go up before I can really, publish it there. But I did this for one reason: to raise money
Mhm.
to help people, however I can.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it is really a good picture because it is an original picture.
Yeah, and it's
I have
beautiful.
to, yeah, I had to situate somebody because I'm not there. I'm in
Yes.
Lagos, Nigeria. So I had to situate somebody at that time
Hmm.
to go to the Mississippi River and stay in a particular position and get that picture from it. It
Yes.
is it is not common. So I
No.
got that and I made that into NFT. So I mean, I want people to support me however they can. Go get mint a few if you can. That will be lovely because it will support the project and what we need to do out there. So I mean, great stuff coming on. Great stuff. And you and I are still working together, and then we'll have so many things coming up for people. At the end, will people will understand that we're trying to give back to society. I mean, we are
Yes.
all product of the society, so we have to give back.
Oh
And the
yeah.
way we give back is, teaching people and helping them, situate themselves. So that's just what we got going on for now.
Okay. So if they're interested in the NFT, how do they access? How do they gain access to it? How do they purchase it? Where do they go?
Yeah, it's on OpenSea for now. It's on
Mhm.
OpenSea for now, and I think I have a link. I can send you the link once more. So for anybody who wants to purchase it, to go out there, and get it. So it's still right there, but still in early stages, not out there. So if you can meet now, it means you'll be meeting at a lower rate. I mean,
Yeah.
it's only a couple of dollars for now. So I mean, when you keep, I know the value is going to pop, and when the value pops, well, I'll be in the profit. But
Right.
then, yeah, the point is, you get it now, not just because you want to support me, but because you're buying something that will add value to you. It's an investment for you.
Yeah.
Take, for instance, somebody who got a Mona Lisa painting. Do you
Mm-hmm.
know how much that is worth right now? And then we have
Woo.
all these musicians going to NFTs and all that in the metaverse and all this.
Yes.
We are talking big money here.
Big
So
money.
the earlier the better. People get into this, get situated, and then we can get going. So
Yeah.
that's just about that.
Okay. Well, again, I do thank you for taking your time to share with us. You're doing a lot of great stuff. You've been doing a lot of great stuff. And I commend you, for having the courage and the determination to just keep going, because I know things are not always easy, and people always say, well, it's not easy here, but I mean, if you ever get the chance to go out the country, go out the country and see how other people live and the challenges that they actually face. That's
Right.
always my greatest thing about when I do travel, is getting to see how other people live and the things that, the challenges that they face, man, because when you come back, you have so much. You see how you take so many things for granted. I would say that, but even though other people face other challenges and things of that nature, they still make a way. They still do it. Make it do what it got to do. Over here, is not so
Absolutely.
much.
Absolutely.
And but that's a great thing. Travel is important, and I don't know. I think it was a quote that said travel is something like the cure for ignorance. Um, Something along that line. I'm not sure the exact quote. Maybe it's
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
Alan Apropos or
you're
somebody,
right.
but I mean, it's important. It is important. I mean, even if you don't travel out the country, travel to another state, travel to another city within your state. I mean, because there are differences everywhere. No, nobody lives the same, regardless of, even in your neighborhood. Everybody
Right.
has different values or, things that they
Absolutely.
live by. So, it's always great to see
Absolutely.
how other people are living. But again, Richie, thank you so much. We're going to wrap this up. So I'm going to put you in the green room, shut it down, close it down, and I'll come back in and talk to you. Okay.
Thank you very
Thank you
much.
again. I appreciate you.
Bye.
All right. Well, thank you guys again. This has been What's Your Story. I appreciate you for taking the time to join us today. And whether it's live or whether it's on replay, however you see it, thank you, thank you, thank you. Again, hit the share, like, comment, all of that great stuff. Subscribe to the YouTube page. Be sure to go to my guest page and his Facebook, his IG. And hey, whether you're here in the States or in another country, join the Facebook page, the Facebook group, the Bitcoin Campus Africa Facebook group, and see what's going on. And you may just want to be a part of it. If not for you to learn, but maybe for someone else to gain some information or to be a support, or however you see it, just check it out. But thank you all again for joining us on What's Your Story, where we share, empower, heal, and inspire. My name again is Shenrika. I'm your host, and we'll see you next time for your midweek awesomeness.